Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm going to start something new. I'm setting myself a goal of becoming AGA Pro in 2 years. And right now I'm around 7 Dawn Fox. Within 2 years, I think I should at least be 9 Dawn on Fox. And so every week I'm going to go over a few highlights of my more serious games that I play. And my goal is to do 5 serious games per week. I'm also going to do a lot of Sumego, and I'll post some of the ones that I struggle with and share with you. And my goal is 100,000 Sumego in those 2 years. I like to set big goals, and I feel like 100,000 Sumego, I should be pretty good at them by then. I'll also go over some pro games sometimes. Not sure which pros. I'm a big fan of Katani Minoru and Lee Chang-ho, but we'll have to see. Every week, I'll be picking from one of the 5 games that I play, and I'll be doing a full review of the game, but I'll be putting those as YouTube membership videos. And I'll make that $5 per month. And I'm eventually planning to add higher tiers where I'll have lectures and other things. So, yeah, I'm excited to start this 2 year challenge, and I'm glad to share it with all of you. Let's go ahead and get started on the highlight of the first game. I recently just came up with this idea, so I only have one game for now and one Sumego. And in this game, I am white versus a Fox 7 Dawn. It's a 20-minute game with 3 1-minute Baoyomi periods. So in both players, we both seem to use our time. So the first big area, I think, is from this corner. He played this pincer. What I was kind of expecting with this move was maybe this kick, and then he could pincer, and then I can counter pincer. And then with this, there's still some Aji in the corner, and I can attack this stone. And I got to defend my group here. So I would be pretty happy with this because it starts an early fight that I think goes in my favor. But he tried to counter this. I kind of just refused to just live in the corner right away because I really wanted to defend this group. And he didn't want to just connect here and let me live. He was trying to get a little bit more. And I just kind of live in the corner. He tries to put some pressure on me, but here you can kind of see he has a weak group here, and this group is a little bit dangerous with an invasion here. But for now, I wanted to play in the more open areas. So the opening is going pretty well for me. I have some very strong groups and lots of territory, and I also have some influence. So at this point, I'm ahead by about 10, and I have Sente. And one of the big areas for me to play is this invasion. And the reason this is so good, I think, is it's pretty obvious, but he has 1, 2, and 3 groups that are not alive yet, and I don't have any weak groups. So even if this one stone gets attacked, it feels like it should be able to live pretty easily because these groups are just very weak. And it seems it's very difficult to make them all strong at once. He tries to attach on top to attack. And here I just got to try and keep good shape and try and keep them separated without dying. So I played this push, and then he jumped here, which I think was the first mistake. He is trying to connect these 2 groups, but I think it just makes it a little bit too easy on white because now I can kind of just run out here, and this group's not alive. And there's still some weaknesses over here I can poke at. And so I attach here, threatening the cut. This one's a little bit of a small shape mistake because it's very easy for him to just play here. If I played this one, it's probably a little bit better, at least according to AI, and he's probably just needs to connect. And now I can cut through here or jump out, and this group is still a bit weak. If I can push through here, he probably only has 1 eye, and then this group is also very weak. And here, he should just try and cut me off and keep connected. If I try to cut right away, he can Atari and capture and stay connected. So I have to try something like this. He can connect, and I can still probably get out pretty easily. but he's still connected here. In the game, he played this one, which is a pretty big mistake because I just connect here. And this whole group is cut off, and he has lots of weaknesses here. So even though I'm also cut off, as he's cutting me, he's creating more weaknesses for himself. So in the game, he played this way. And he does end up living here, but he lives with very few points. This group is still weak. This group is still weak. And I have Sensei to start the attack. So according to AI, I'm about 40 points ahead. But one of my main weaknesses is when I get a lead, I start playing very, very slack. And I start giving away a lot of points and the initiative, which lets them come back into the game, which kind of leads into my second biggest weakness is I blunder a lot because for some reason I lose focus and I kind of space out. And if I'm playing slack after a lead and the game's getting closer and closer, and then that blunder that I normally make doesn't have to be as big because I'm letting him get closer and closer. So here I should just be 40 points ahead and I should just be attacking. But I play a lot of slow moves, like capturing these. I let him get extra moves here to defend, and he got an extra move here to defend as well. So his groups are still weak, but I let them both get stronger. And then here I made a very bad misread. So here I was thinking if he goes here, I could push and play here and then Atari. And then I was thinking he had to connect. I could extend. But obviously I was an Atari. So I should just Hane here right away. And then Atari, extend, and he's cut in two. He can't really do much here because the ladder is just good for me. So this is cut off, this is cut off. And he's just in a lot of trouble. And it's pretty much just very game over. But instead, I made a bad misread here and had to extend here. So I let him connect his two weak groups, and I kind of have a weak group here myself. And here I kind of missed a cool move. So I just connect here. But AI was showing me that I can actually capture. The reason I didn't really look at this is because this is just a very, very obvious ladder that that even I could read, and I'm just captured. But the cool move is I don't have to connect here. I can actually Atari, and when he captures, I connect. And now these two stones are cut off, and I just now have a ton of points here. And it's a very clear game over. He does capture stones here and he's alive, but this is just too big. But again, even here, I'm still ahead by about 25 or 28 points or so. And then again, I just play slack moves. I defend here. I don't need to defend here. I could be playing moves that actually make points. And just slowly over the course of the game, it just gets closer and closer. And at this point, I'm still ahead by about 19 points. But I've pretty much given him back 20 points and the mistakes here and the slow moves that I made. And here I make another very big blunder. So here I didn't even notice that there's this wedge here. So if I Tanuki somewhere, he can wedge. And yeah, if I connect, I'm dead. Again, I think if I took the time to read it, I would have noticed. But instead, I'm just thinking I'm winning, just play a big move, which didn't work out very well. I probably could have just played a defense here. And this whole group is still not 100% alive. There's some Agi I can kind of use to reduce it. But instead, I played this move and here. And at this point, I should have realized, okay, this is a ladder and it works for him. I should have paused and read. But instead, I just kind of blanked out, and then I ended up playing all the way to here. And then I finally notice, and I'm like, crap. And at this point, it's actually white is winning still by about 3 points because, again, I had that huge lead. And but I just kind of gave it all away, and now it's back to a very close game. If I had noticed, at this point, I should just block here. He captures. So he captures points here, but I don't lose as many stones, and he doesn't gain as many points. So here I'm still winning by about 13 points, and that's because I have Sente, so I could just play a move like this, and I reduce, I make more points, and it's still an easy game for white. But instead, I, without thinking, just played mindlessly, which is, again, one of the bad habits that I need to fix. Again, I'm ahead by about 3 points, and I did manage to play pretty solid in-game, and I was able to keep that 3-point lead for the rest of the game. But if I made just one mistake, then I would have lost. And but yeah, that's kind of the downside of how I play at the moment, and I definitely want to fix, because a 40-point game should not turn into a 3-point game as often it does when I play. And but yeah, this is how it ends, and I'm 3 points ahead. So if you want to see the full review, that will be in the membership. It's for $5, and I'll be putting as many games as I can in there over time. It also helps support me, which helps me keep making these videos. Again, didn't have too much time to do Sumego as well, but in the ones I did, I found this one, which I thought was pretty interesting. For some of you, this may be a bit easy, but for me, I actually had to spend a few minutes because it just wasn't a natural move for me. I actually thought there was just a mistake here, and there wasn't an answer. But if you guys want to pause here and try to figure it out on your own, and then let me know in the comment section what you think the answer is, go ahead. But I'm about to just show the answer, because there really isn't that many other moves. Like, none of these other moves just work. There's only one way, and that is the answer is a ko, and use Atari here, and then when you play here, the Atari, and you make this ko. And it's important to play this Atari first, because if you don't and you play here, now it's not a ko, because white can just play here and capture the stones. But yeah, it's little blind spots like these that I need to work on. And but yeah, hopefully you found this video interesting. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll probably be releasing one of these highlight videos once a week. But I'll try and get more games in there for what I've learned from it. And then I'll try to add a pro game as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.